Hello and welcome. We're going to be playing Bramble Royale today. Came out a few days ago. Game's a lot of fun. And I'm up onto the top level difficulty, Uranium. So we're looking to play through a Uranium run today. And I'm going to kind of walk through my thought process. It's obviously early days in terms of understanding the game and in terms of strategy, but I am winning on Uranium, so these are my initial thoughts anyway. There's going to be a bit of preamble because I'm going to talk about some of my thoughts before even starting the run. I'll put something in the description with the timestamp so you can skip ahead to the actual run starting. But basically, the first choice you need to make here is what team you're going to use. And there's a lot to think about, right? You have 3 people out of 8, so there's a lot of different combinations. And then on top of that, you have to pick who your captain is because they get sort of a bonus to start with. My initial thought is that you really want at least one of your characters to be sort of the star of the show, somebody that you're kind of building around. And at least initially, I believe that there's only a few of the characters, or only some of the characters that you can actually do that with. So I would say that right now, the 2 yellow characters you can build around, Rose and Loco. These are both kind of stars that you can build around, and I'll talk about how. Maybe not in this video, maybe separate, but we'll talk about some of these. I think you can also build around Varfa, and you can build around Moldorf. And what do I mean by building around? Basically what I'm trying to say is that these are characters that can do enough damage consistently to get you through the game and win the run. And the rest of the characters are sort of support staff, right? So like the red characters, these guys, I wouldn't say you can really build around them too much, right? They're sort of intended to just soak up damage for you. Bruno especially, he doesn't do a whole lot. Tappa, I think, is better than Bruno, at least on average. Tappa gets more block per round, and also has a if you make him your captain, he can do extra damage. But they're kind of similar, right? These are characters that are just kind of soaking damage, but you're not generally going to be killing the enemy too much with these 2 characters. Likewise, you've got Mischief, who does do damage, but I just haven't really felt like it's a consistent character in terms of winning. I mean, you can, one strategy that I've seen work is just building up a ton of poison, and that does work, but it feels like it's not consistent to me anyway. So for this run, I'm going to go with Rose as the captain. Rose is a really strong character in my opinion, feels very consistent. Her ability that's kind of built into the character just heals your team anytime you play faith cards, and obviously you control what cards go into your deck, and you also control what upgrades you get. So you can kind of play around this and focus on faith cards, and to heal to your entire team every time you play a faith card, that's really, really strong. And then on top of that, if you make her the captain, she rallies whenever you play a curse. And she has a card in her starting deck that creates curses, and then it's pretty easy to get other cards that add curses. And when you play a curse on anybody, not just her, you play curse on anyone, and she rallies. And rallying is one of the stronger abilities, right? Because it takes an item and lets you activate it right away. That's just really strong if you do it, if you set it up correctly. So I think she's a really good character. Curses may be a little scary at first, but they're kind of not that big of a deal in my experience, especially when because they just cost health essentially, and her ability just heals that health right back. So I like Faith a lot. We're gonna pair her up with one of the red characters just to soak up more damage. I'll go with Tappa, and then we need somebody sort of backline to do extra damage, and that could be a bunch of different people. Could be, Moldorf does a lot of damage if you do it right. Varfa does a lot of damage if you do it right. And, you can also go with someone like Greybeard and, do sort of Greybeard to me is not a full kind of carry character. He can do damage, and he can be very effective. But at the same time, I think it's hard to scale him up to the same level that you can other characters, at least in in my limited experience here. So let's go Rose Tappa, and maybe we'll go with Varfa. And this is also going to be interesting because Varfa has a summon. Obviously, it starts with her monkey, but on Uranium, you have meteors that fall every single round, and they do 6 damage. So generally speaking, you're going to be putting the meteor on the monkey, and so that means the monkey's generally going to die by the second turn of the battle, which is a challenge. So it kind of nerfs Varfa. Hopefully they. Honestly, I'd like them to change the meteors how they work, because Varfa kind of gets hit pretty hard by that effect. Okay, in terms of the wild card that we start with, I am of the opinion that there's a lot of different choices. There's 12 wild cards. I'm of the opinion that there's one wild card that is just head and shoulders above the rest, which is Big Bang Theory. So on this one, when you activate it, if anybody dies, the rest of their team takes 15 damage. And obviously you can time this, right? So if if one of your characters is going to die, you don't play the card, and you just time it. And 15 damage is a lot. And not only is it's really more than 15 damage, because at least it seems to me that it can kind of chain, where it's like if you kill one guy, it does 15 damage to the enemy team, and if that 15 damage then kills somebody else, it does another 15 damage to the enemy team, and it can kind of chain that way, and you can end up doing 45 damage to like a boss character if there's 3 allies with the boss. So at least that's what it seems like to me. But the reason I think this is so strong is like a lot of the other effects are very passive, and they're very slow, right? Like, this is just like healing, and you can skip a brawl phase, which, skipping a brawl phase is like, yeah, sure, if you're about to die, that's great, but you don't want to be in that position in the first place. And I won't go through all of them. There's some that are pretty good, I would say, but this one just is super strong because, each battle has 3 rounds, 3 waves of enemies, and as long as you have some decent damage, and 15 damage is really not that much for a single turn, so you should be able to do, 15 damage, 12 damage. A lot of enemies have 12 life, so if you can't kill a single enemy with 12 life, generally your build is probably not that great, right? So you can expect to do the damage, and if you time it right, you do the 12 damage to one enemy, you activate this, and basically the rest of the enemies are cleared, and you can essentially skip around. It's like you take one turn to just clear out an entire wave of enemies, and then you move on to the next wave, and it's just really effective, and it's usable basically every fight. It's not conditional. The only thing that gets in this way is obviously if the enemy plays a wild card and you can't play your wild card, but that happens to all wild cards. So to me, this is honestly, like, I don't even think about it at this point. I always take this, and in many cases, I don't even buy another wild card for the entire run. It's like if you don't need the wild card, if you don't need this card, that just means you're already winning, and so it's perfect. So I'm gonna go with this team, and let's see how it goes. So in terms of choosing a schedule, so early on, I like removing, and in terms of the other effects, like getting 25, whatever these are, caps, right? That's good early, especially since we start with nothing. The in is okay, 25 caps for 2 max health, I think it is pretty good, especially early on. I think early I'd prefer some of these other things, so this is actually a tough choice, but if you look at the starting cards here, this longsword in particular is like horrendous. This shield is horrendous, right? like 1 energy to just block 2 damage is just really, really, really bad. So this card I'm always interested in removing. The longsword I'm interested in removing. When you're playing with Tappa specifically, he does get 4 block when you equip an item. So in this specific lineup, I'll probably want to remove this block card first, just because it's, you know, at least if I play the longsword with him, he gets 4 block instead of this 2. And he'll also do a little bit of damage. So we're going to go with this and just kind of clean up the deck a little bit to start with. So let's get our caps. Let's in fact remove this block card.
Who needs that anyway?
And we've got 125 caps now to start. And let's take a look at the shop. Right, so one thing in general is that I find myself not really buying a lot from the general store. You do get cards when you like upgrade a character and get them a new trait. It comes with a card, and a lot of times I'll just get cards that way. You know, you get cards. There's a lot of ways to get cards. You know, also when you like win the fight, right, you get a reward. And a lot of times I just find that I'm not really buying a lot here. These cards are okay. You know, this is pretty much terrible as far as I can tell. This is also terrible because our minion is going to be dead pretty much right away because of the comet. This one is 4 energy to play because of that rally effect, which is also terrible, at least early on. We have no way to raise our energy. We don't start with any kind of bonuses, so these are all no. This one doesn't really do anything. This one is too expensive for, you know, 5 damage essentially. This is the only card here that I would even consider. You know, if you equip just 2 items, right? So you put like a sword and you put a short bow on, for example, and then you can play this, and you can just activate your items immediately, which is a very, very strong ability. It's a little less strong with Tappa because you don't really want to activate, like, rallying is not that great for Tappa because he gets blocked by having an equipped item, and if you rally an item on him, he loses the item, right? He's not holding it anymore, so he doesn't get the 4 block. So right now, especially early on, there's not really a ton of synergy. I'm going to just get all this, and we're essentially going to go into the fight naked. So I am going to just, since I've got nothing else to do here, I'm going to get some max health, and we're going to go for it. Alright, so you see the meteor is coming down in the back here. I'm going to put the monkey on that immediately. Because, if the monkey's in the back line, Oru, he does buff himself with some blocks, so he'll survive at least 1 round, which is good. All the damage is coming in down here, so I'm just going to move Tappa down there since he can block, right? So if I just give him the sword, right, so right away, he's blocking damage. What else to do, though? The heal is obviously pointless right now. I can attempt a quick shot just to kind of speed through things a little bit. It doesn't matter who uses this one right now. Okay, so this is good. So I'm starting with a weapon, and we're gonna just put it on her, and then I can even do this. And I think actually I'm gonna have Varfa eat the comet because then she can kill this guy, right? Yeah, this guy's dead. So it's a little scary, but it's worth it to kind of kill that person right away. So now we're in a little bit of trouble here. the monkey's on the comment, which is good. You know, he is taking a lot of damage, but if I just give him the sword, he's fine, right? We don't want to play this yet because the short bow gets extra damage if you have unspent energy from last turn. So what we're going to do is just do like sort of a setup turn here where we kill this guy and then kill him next turn probably. I think, but it's probably not worth trying. It's only 4 damage currently. I mean, we can try sort of see what happens here, getting that guy in the back. So this is interesting. I could play this to rally the sword, but the problem is it doesn't do enough damage when she plays it. So I think we're just gonna heal, and honestly just call it a day here. I can't play, unfortunately. The minion can't play the curse, so and we'll save the curse to try to rally next turn probably. It's a little scary here actually, but the good news is that we can do this now. So if I play this curse on her, it's gonna rally this card because Rose rallies when you use a curse, and it's just gonna kill this guy. So to do that, and also because she played that card, everybody healed. So again, like very strong. And I'm set up for this for next round. Now, something to know, something that's interesting, is this heal from the Holy Base will apply even if you don't hit anybody. So I can just do this, and he's gonna heal by 2 just because he used that. Alright, so in this battle, there's only 2 games. So I am gonna want to use this wild card, but unfortunately they've used one, and so I'm gonna put the monkey under the comet, right? And this is actually not a big deal because there's a wild card that says if I use this, vulnerability will be applied, but I'm just not planning on having her get hit anyway. So what we're gonna do is, unfortunately, he's in deep doo-doo at the moment, so I think I'm gonna move him out and have her take the damage because she can survive. And he's not getting hit anyway, so I'm just gonna play this on her for tentatively play that on her. This is gonna go on that person, so just kill them. And let's see. I think we might as well play this to rally. We'll use her. Yeah. Alright, so this is good. So we're gonna now heal. So he's ready for next time. And then we're gonna we don't need to save any energy because we're not gonna draw this next turn anyway. So we might as well do a little extra damage to this guy. Ooh, this is interesting now. So I could rally and kill somebody right now, which is exactly what we're gonna do. So we can't play this anymore, but it's gonna save a lot of health because this guy's gonna die right away. We'll just put it on.
Bramble, do something!
She can't do that. She only has 3 health, so we're gonna do him. So she rallies, plays her card, heals everybody, and then everybody gets regeneration from Leap of Faith, which is obviously really nice. And now we're all done. This guy looks like he's actually surviving. Hard to believe, but apparently that's the case. Oh no. Well, that is an interesting fact. It looked like he went to 0 health and then regened away from 0. So that is an interaction that I didn't realize was the case. So that's interesting. We are in a bit of trouble here. Yeah. So we need to kill. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is play that, and then rally to kill this guy, and then we're gonna bring back 3 to do extra damage. So we're gonna do this. Kills him. Triggers the well, not yet, but we're about to trigger the wild card by playing this. Jeez, see how much damage that did? Alright, we're still losing though. There we go. So we were in a bit of trouble, but by playing these and blocking and healing and everything, it's just barely enough to win this one. That was a bit of a blunder, but it doesn't end up mattering. So, we just barely got through that first fight, which is sort of expected because we didn't really spend any money in the first shop. And so in terms of what to get here, I'll start from the right. Like gaining vulnerable. Yes, it can, obviously it can save a character's life. And I have used it, but it feels a little situational. It costs 2 energy, so it's like you're sort of using half your turn just to prevent somebody from dying, which feels like you're just sort of delaying the inevitable. It feels like you're gonna maybe survive this round, but then die next turn anyway, so not a huge fan of this. This also feels very situational. 2 energy, and it does 0 damage base. It's just based on how much energy you're not spending. It feels very hard to like kind of scale this up. I have said that I like Rallying Cry. I considered taking it in the last fight, and it would cost money before. It's free now, so I think I'll just take it for free. All right, feats. So my philosophy for feats is that I want feats. Obviously, you want the feats that you can actually do pretty easily. But beyond that, I like feats that give you permanent bonuses versus temporary. And unfortunately, all these are temporary bonuses, right? So if you do a bunch of damage, your team gets critical, which is nice, but it goes away after 1 attack. Same thing with this, right? You get rage if anybody loses a bunch of health, which is, again, it's nice, but it's just, rage goes away after 1 attack. And then this one, if you do 10 damage in a single attack, you get vulnerable on everyone. It's temporary, and it does sometimes help, but sometimes it's like completely useless. So I think of these 3, I'm going to take one anyway just because it's early and I really need something to help out. But I'm not happy about this choice at all. So I'll take this one just because, at least rage will hang around until you use it, whereas vulnerability could go away immediately. Like if we use our wild card, I don't know how to look up the wild card, but if we use the wild card to like kill everybody with 15 damage, this vulnerability is totally wasted. Right. So again, it's it's a choice between I still like Rourke because this longsword still is worth removing. Also, these quick shots are worth removing because they kind of suck too. That being said, and I do have a lot of money, right? So I could remove and then do some upgrades, but getting a perk I think is maybe the best option in the game. Like in terms of what I'm looking for, it's just the perks tend to be very, very useful, and then you also get a card with it. That being said, I'm not really interested in wild cards, and I don't need more money. So I think I am actually just going to go do this. In terms of upgrade targets, if I remove a longsword, you know, I could upgrade, for example, the Holy Mace. Could also remove a quick shot and upgrade, you know, the longsword. I'll probably upgrade the Holy Mace and just remove, most likely, the longsword, maybe a quick shot. Think about it over the next few seconds here. So first of all, let's see. What's that? Let's actually look at the upgrades first before deciding what to do. So just generally speaking, I want to put yellow upgrades on cards because when she plays a Faith upgrade, it heals everybody, which is just super strong. Like, none of these characters really have any synergy with their upgrades, besides obviously getting the effect of the upgrade. So I like these yellow upgrades. That being said, these are defensive yellow upgrades, and there's not a lot here. So this is actually really nice though. So Flash Shield by itself is not that good, 3 health, but then if you put 3 regen on it as well, it can make a huge difference. And you know, you can basically turn Rose into a tank. Then you've got like 2 tanks, and it's actually really hard to do a ton of damage. So I'm actually just going to do that sight unseen on the rest of the kind of things going on. This, it's not terrible, but I don't think it's really worth the 50 gold here, with the 50 caps. I mean, I guess you could put it on short bow, since short bow you have to kind of let it, well, you don't have to, but you're frequently letting it sit in your inventory for a turn, so that you can then use it next turn after the, you know, you get the damage bonus. But you know, this is only 3 extra damage, and it's a lot of money for that. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna do a reroll. I didn't get an upgrade on the Holy Mace, which is actually a little disappointing. But I'm gonna remove probably a sword here. Actually, let me take a look at the shop first. So this one is yellow, which we like, but again, this is a buff for your minion, and my minion is just gonna die. This one is again based on, you know, it does 0 base damage, and you need to play curses first. So to me, these 2 cards are essentially useless. This is actually a very similar shop to last time. It may even be almost exactly the same in terms of the cards, just different upgrades. It's kind of wild. So unfortunately, I don't want any of that. So I think what we're going to do is remove we are going to remove this sword. It's just a really bad card. It doesn't have any upgrades. It's pretty useless. And again, because of how bad the other options are, I think I'm going to do a heal. I could potentially copy a card, but there's nothing here that I love. Like, there's no cards here that are really like dominant cards that I want more of. So I think we're just going to once again get more max HP. We're getting these upgrades. Yeah, it's just not that useful. It's gonna be tough. Like, we may kind of burn out, crash out right now, because you know, both of the first 2 shop screens were honestly like horrendous. All right, so the comet's in the front. Monkey's gonna take it. So this guy, he kind of powers up, and then next turn he does a ton of damage. So we're gonna save this. I mean, actually, saving this is not all that useful. So what we're gonna do is just do this damage here. We're gonna start doing a little damage here. The monkey will survive the comet in the first round and then do damage. So at least some of the block will go away. And I don't really see a way around. I mean, if I play this, does this kill him? No. Yeah, I don't really see a way around it. I think we're gonna have to just kind of hope for the best in round 2 here. And the good news is that he does a ton of damage, but but he's gonna, you know, waste it on the monkey. So I think what we'll do is actually put Rose in front, because I've got this kind of waiting in the wings. We're gonna use this to just start burning him down. Yeah, goodbye monkey, he will die. And then, you know, in the meantime, let's kind of poke this guy a little bit. Alright, so that's interesting. I could just kill with another quick shot. I think that's what we're going to do. Because that saves a fairly large amount of health on Rose. So now we have an interesting situation where I can equip this, and then I can rally for free. And if I do that, it's going to do a lot of damage to this guy. And the monkey, I mean, the monkey's gonna die anyway because of the comet. So, it's also possible that the short bow is going to get redrawn because I have no cards left in my deck. So I think I'm going to save this so that I have energy left over, and then hopefully redraw the bow next turn. Although I don't really need the bow next turn. I am going to save the rally though. So the monkey dies and it gives everybody a bunch of strength, which is nice. And we do cash it out immediately. So this guy is almost dead. Move him down. Tappa. And Tappa is gonna just do this. Now we're actually full blocking and killing. And the rest is sort of irrelevant. So I think what we'll do is just honestly let it die. So he kills the guy, kills the guy full. And
love to see him smack.
You know, there's gonna be 4. I could use the wild card here, but there's gonna be 4 enemies in the next round. And so unless something is like really, really scary, I'm gonna just save it. I mean, this is a somewhat scary round, to be honest, because we are looking at a lot of incoming damage. A quick shot. This guy. So this is good. I can now start doing my kind of shenanigans. Actually, that was a misplay. I should have put a curse on her. Okay, so this is good. So we can do this. And who do we kill? I don't think it really matters. So I'm going to save the curse for next round. And we are going to... once again, just let it ride, I think, here. I mean, if I play a card, I could potentially get the long sword. But the curse has been wasted. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, so we're gonna move away from that thing. Ooh, this is a bit troublesome. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this, do a little bit of damage to this guy. I don't know why that. Oh, I guess he had shield. So this is actually doesn't kill, which is a little unfortunate. So we're going to put this here. It's a little bit of a waste, but this is going to come in handy, right? Because now I can use the person to rally that attack and kill this dude. Right? And now we're in great shape. We're in great shape. I could just do some damage here, which I'll do. And the question is, who who do I do it to? Yeah, we'll just do it to this skeleton. So now, the healing, everybody's very heavy. There's a lot of block, which is scary. This guy's still... So this is like, the deck is not great yet. Like, I have a lot of cards that are not particularly useful, which I don't like. So we're gonna go for this guy. Okay. So we can start working on this guy. Yeah. So we can't play anything because we need this to power up for next round. Alright, so this is pretty straightforward. We play this. We just do this for some it's wasted. We gotta move this guy out, this guy in, do this. We're gonna play the curse. That ensures that kind of happens. I can rally right now to kill this guy and save 6 energy, which is what we're gonna do. I'm sorry, 6 health. I don't have any energy going to the next round, but if I save that, that's fine. So I'm unlikely to withdraw the bow. I'm sorry, I'm unlikely to draw the bow anyway. And then we can do this. This is a little slow. Like the deck, you can tell that the deck is starting to show its kind of limitations here. So I definitely need something for the following round. And I'm going to play this shot even though it doesn't actually do anything. Because it's... the question is, can I rally and kill this guy without the bonus? And the answer is unfortunately no. Oh, I can do this though. Which is what we're going to do because it saves 9 damage. Alright. So yeah, this is... it's a little bit shaky, I'll say here. But we saved our wild card for the final wave, so it should be okay.
Grab your popcorn,
you can see that they kind of block my wild card here, so that's not ideal, but it's fine. Vulnerability is applied, which we don't like. I'm just going to play a curse just to get out of my hand here. Okay, so that's great. So we're going to put this on. She gets some regen, which is phenomenal. This is also phenomenal, so we can start working on this guy. Can I kill somebody? It's only 12 plus 9, which is not enough to kill anybody. So I think maybe I just work on this. Oof. I mean, it's going to reduce the damage a lot from this guy, which is good. I could also alternatively work on this guy. Which I think may be better, actually. Because then I can pop him and use the wild card next round. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so interestingly, I didn't get what I wanted exactly, but it's fine. So what we're going to do is, I wanted one of these shots so I can just kill this guy instantly. But what we're going to do instead is pop this wild card, and then we're going to rally her by playing the curse. And now we can pop him with a shot. Right, okay. And now we can give him a sword to block and do some damage. And we can also pop this guy. Basically wrecks everybody. And you can see that's the power of this wild card, right? We just cleared out the entire team. So you see, we're through 3 fights now with basically very little in terms of upgrades to our deck. So this just sharpens an item, which I think is situational at best. This does 9 damage from the back row, which actually I don't know if I've seen this before, or if I have, I really haven't paid much attention to it, but that's not bad. This does 10 damage from the back row. Sorry, it does more than that. It's 14, right? 10, 14, yeah. But it's situational, like this one requires you to set it up, whereas this is just 9 damage from the back row, so not bad. This one requires you to have a curse in hand, which is anti-synergistic. Like, you don't want curses in hand with rows, you want to play them in order to trigger this. So it does damage, which is nice. It would be, I don't know, 9 damage or something plus 6 if there's a curse, but like I said, you don't necessarily want a curse. I'm interested by this, but I think I'd rather just kind of reduce the deck a little bit rather than adding more kind of garbage.
Mighty gladiator.
Alright, so this is interesting, right? I'm actually interested in all these. Getting more max energy is very nice. That being said, I find it's very rare that I want to play a whole turn without playing a single card. You can do it, you can kind of get away with it, especially at lower difficulty levels. On Uranium, you kind of have to make things happen right away, and one energy is really nice, but it's a huge downside basically to lose a turn. This is good, right? Because Orhu, because of the meteor, is going to die. So it's like every single, pretty much first 2 turns or 3 turns, Orhu's going to die, and then Varfa gets a permanent rage buff. This is also super good though. Ending 4 times with unspent energy, which you do. I am ending with unspent energy because of the short bow. This is very likely to happen. But that being said, currently this is the only card I have that functions like this. So it's going to take a while to cycle through the deck and actually make this happen 4 times. So this is, if I see this again, I'll take it. But right now I'm taking this pack mentality.
Choose wisely.
All right. So in terms of what to do here, just get free money and then do a card upgrade. It's pretty nice. Our card remove is also honestly pretty nice because I want to get rid of these quick shots. And getting a perk is great because I haven't been able to get a single perk yet, and I like perks a lot. So I think I'm going to do this.
Bramble approves.
A beautiful day in
So we're going to remove one of these quick
Bramble
shots.
Let's make money.
So this doesn't really do much. And we're going to get a perk. And actually, let's take a look at what's the store first. So, when you sharpen this item, increase it by 3. So this, every time you use this item, basically because of the 2 upgrades, it goes up by 7 damage. And then it already does 4. And it triggers multiple times as well. So there's some anti-synergy here with rallying from Rose, because obviously she may not have an item equipped, but the short bow Varfa will have that equipped. So this is going to trigger twice a lot of times, and then it's getting 7+ damage to it each time it triggers. So $90 is a lot, but I'm kind of desperate for something to happen here in terms of items. So I think I'm going to buy that. But let's take a look at getting a trait first. So in terms of the trait, I like to spread it out a little bit, but right now she's pretty good. Her traits are pretty good. I don't think she needs more. He's been okay. I'm not a huge fan of his traits. There's a couple that I like, but it's a little situational. So I think I'm gonna go with Varfa and look for, like, you can get some very high damage traits with Varfa.
Seems your training is
Alright, so this is
paying
totally
off.
useless because our monkey's gonna die right away. This one is sort of one of the ones that I'm looking at, and this one as well. So I actually got both of the high damage ones. So this one, if you have an item that requires a target, which, you know, is basically her short bow, which is what we're using on her every single time, you just get 6 extra damage, which is a lot. Likewise, if you have a turn where you don't spend all your energy, she gains critical, which is double damage, and that's also super good. You can basically burn down bosses with that to a very significant degree, but because currently this is the only card that, you know, interacts with unspent energy, and there's going to be turns where we're not going to bother doing it, I'm going to go with Sharpshooter. So I'm starting to feel a little better because she's going to be able to pick people
Look at all
off,
this loot.
you know, pretty easily. We've seen all these before. This is, again, totally useless. This is too situational. So the only thing is Hunter's Rifle, which does interact with the trait we just got. Interestingly, the trait is not there yet, but it's a item that has a target, right? So it's, you know, if you use back from the back row, which we will, it's going to be 9 damage plus the 6 more from her trait, so 15 damage plus 5 more because she's going to have like permanent 5 rage because of pack mentality. At least, you know, a couple turns into the fight. So I'm actually going to take Hunter's Rifle here. And look back here again one more time. So I don't think I need this anymore. I'm pretty happy with the trait that I got, right? The trait plus the Hunter's Rifle is a lot of damage. I could think about getting this anyway, though, just to even out the damage a little bit. And, you know, I think I will, actually, just because of how bad the first couple rounds were. And I do have a lot of money, so let's just get that out as well. It's like, I'm already on fight number 3 here. I need to make something happen. Alright, so this is kind of a nasty, this is kind of a nasty battle. It's not easy. So we're going to put the monkey in and just have him die right away. We're just going to power Varfa up for the rest of the fight. Now, interestingly, I could do this and then it would trigger again. So like if I do this and then let's say something like that, I actually kill this guy on round 1, which is really, really good. And I can even do a quick shot here to just cycle some cards, and well, that's interesting. So I could actually just do this now, kill both of these round 1, which is awesome, right? So this is the power of some of these interactions, and the monkey dies, which we actually are at this point are happy about. The monkey dies, we get our trait. She goes hand, that's this guy, he goes hand, that's this guy, double hit. There is fire on the floor, which is not great, but this guy's buffing himself, so he's not even attacking. The question is, can I kill him? Yeah, he's gonna put 5 block, so I think if I do these 2, I still don't kill. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and use this. And look at this, 35 damage, right? Because she's got 15 rage. 15 rage, plus, you know, hitting from the back, and plus everything else, plus the 6 might. So, I mean, it's just crazy, right? It's super strong. Now, I am going to probably... do I just cycle this? It's not very useful. Yeah, I'm just going to cycle this. Just to get out of the hand. Look at this, I'm not even using 2 energy left. I'm not even using it. Alright, so this is a candidate to use my wild card, because we've got 4 enemies. I would ideally like to save it for the boss, but I mean, this is really nasty in terms of damage. So, so if I do something like this, I don't even need actually to use that, and then I could put him down here and start working with this guy. Now, if I use this Rallying Cry, which is free, I can do a ton of damage, and I'm going to do that because look at the damage that's incoming. I need to avoid that. So I use my Wild Card.
What breath?
I use Rallying Cry.
Me? I.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even. Oh gosh, I wasted his ability. But it's fine. So I think we're going to, just to kind of get things moving here, I'm going to put this on.
Feels good, yeah?
And next turn is actually a super strong as well. So Redbeard comes out, and he is pretty awesome. So the fact that I had used the wild card in the previous phase is not great, but it honestly should be fine.
All and beard, brother.
So I gotta move him out of the bomb here. So we're gonna use this and just start wrecking people. Let's see here. I think I want to move this here and just start killing. I could put this on her. And I think this is fine. Like, she's gonna take a ton of damage, but she's also gonna heal. Let me clear everybody except the boss. You can see this fight gets really nasty really quick because there's fire all over the place, and on Uranium you don't really have the ability to choose like where you're standing. Okay, so he puts a wild card now.
Your mistake.
So she's actually in deep doo-doo at the moment. So what we're gonna do is have her do this, and move him out of the fire. And then we're going to let's just have her rally, right? Wait, why is this? Ooh. Okay, so we don't actually want to rally her right now because he's doing a AoE attack. So so if I do this, okay, so that doesn't count as an attack, so that's a good thing. Yeah, so this does like a little bit of extra damage, nothing crazy. But this turn kind of sucks, right? Because we are not doing a whole lot. That being said, when she uses the Holy Mace, Leap of Faith is going to trigger, and that's going to help a ton. So this is not great so far. We have a lot of health to get through. That being said, like I haven't gotten big like combos yet, right? So she's gonna die anyway. I'm not sure why she's dying. Oh, did I just kill her by moving her? Anyway, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna apply curse just to move things along here. This is actually not very good. All right. So shoot him. I'm looking for my my bow. Okay, so we're doing a lot of damage, but I'm actually gonna lose with those, which is scary. So what we have to do is try to rally here. If I rally, though, he takes a well. But the rallying against this guy is actually not very good, and it's very unlikely that I pull precisely the item that I'm looking for. Oof, this is tough. Mid-draw, I'm a little bit for stuff like that.
Might be time to retire.
Anyway, I think I'm still fine. start rallying. I think we're gonna just spend a person. Do some damage. Wow. Wow, it feels a little buggy. He's doing his thing again where he just attacks. Yeah, this is tough. So if I do this, because I just really doesn't get going. Like any cards.
I like it. There we
So
go.
yeah, this is actually helpful. Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. So I can do that and just kill him. Not kill him, but I can do a ton of damage here. Currently, I am currently dying, but I can survive that with this. And can I survive from here? Yes. So if I do that, and then we just start there. Let me start from here, do a little damage, and cycle that. See that those cards are so bad. So I think I win now. Yeah. So you see, like this is a really tough fight. I thought I was doing really well, and then it kind of spiraled out of control with the flames. I think you gotta, in this fight, attempt to save the wild card for the final round, but anyway, it's gonna work out. I'm actually happy I bought. I wasn't sure I was gonna actually buy this weapon, but I mean, look at the damage. Yeah, survived the fight another day here. Alright, we don't want another one of those. We don't want this. Super situational. I don't want to destroy a weapon. I mean, maybe this. Yeah, I don't really want to destroy a weapon, and this thing is garbage. At least without like a bunch of upgrades coming with it. I'm just gonna
Give him
take
a
points.
good show.
Sorry, caps. Alright, so this is just a generically good thing. We're using a lot of items, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items, which is almost all of our deck. So this is just going to be good. Like these other things are very unlikely to ever happen. So I'm going to take this.
Bramble's busy. Don't dawdle.
I'm tempted to remove another card. The Holy Mace here is not really doing much for me. And I don't really want this stuff, so
I'm as giddy as a
I'm
globe.
getting too much money, but I guess that's
Don't
maybe
dally
a
too
good call
long
to
now.
have. So we are going to probably the Holy Mace here. Actually, the quick shot needs to be removed. But I'm gonna check out the upgrade here, the trait upgrade. So she's already got something really good. I think I want more kind of faith stuff going on. Perhaps. I mean, he's good. There's a trait that Tapu can get that's really, really good, which is getting thorns, and I'm considering just fishing for that. That being said, I think, like, we saw that Rose actually ended up dying in that fight, so I think I'm going to upgrade Rose.
I think it's time for you to hit the shower.
This is not bad because she does heal a lot. This is kind of, I'm not a fan of this. And this is nice just sort of generically. It's just damage, like a little bit of damage. And the 2 strength that applies to Tappa kind of activates multiple times because the Goat Axe activates multiple times. And of course, like a little bit of damage is good for Vartha as well. The debuff thing is nice. I won't question that. And basically every turn her debuffs are going to get cleared, which is a nice thing. And she actually, I believe, died last fight because of debuffs. So I think I'm just going to take this. Alright,
Literally
this thing
crying.
is useless currently. This thing is awesome. Basically, you get 2 max HP just by taking this card, and it clogs up your deck for sure. But we have Rose, right? And when you play a curse, Rose rallies, and this is a curse, right? I could also take this because, like I said, Thorns actually is super good on Tappa. Also super good on the other, I forget the guy's name, the other tank character. But I prefer just getting the Thorns passively, so I'm going to take Gluttony here. Alright, and because of what happened, I'm just going to remove the Holy Mace. Actually, I think I was going to remove the Quick Shot, but it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. Holy Mace is also bad. These are just all terrible. This is terrible. This can be good, but I'm never really, saving that much energy turn to turn, and also the upgrade is useless. 3 damage if you don't have the thing in your hand. Yes, so this is actually great. Like, this is exactly what I'm looking for, because I can use it on both of my people who need melee weapons. It does, potentially 3 extra damage. It has like extra damage just generically, so and I'm kind of hurting, I think. So I'm gonna take
Free
this.
Bramble squeeze toy with every
Again, I'm not feeling like super confident with this deck yet, but I think it's kind of improving a little bit. Like the trait I got on Rose is not exactly what I was looking for, but I think it may have saved my life in the last battle. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. So we're gonna switch the monkey back there. I mean, look at this. It does 20 damage, so. That is nothing to sneeze at. So we're gonna put this on him. Probably put him down there so he can eat some damage. And then I think we're gonna just start slapping Rose a little bit. Actually, we're gonna work on getting just this guy out of dodge here. I can attack right now with Rallying Cry. And I'm not sure there's a reason to. I think I'd rather save that for next round because he'll be killable next round. I'm very happy that I got that base. Alright, so here's a good example, right? So she is going to... I'm sorry, if I put Rose here, Rose is going to get a debuff, and then it's going to go away. So let's see here. We are going to just get rid of this dude. What we're not going to do is... wait, what the heck is going on here? Why does she suddenly die? Oh, it was self-targeting. It's a lot. But anyway, this is worth using Rallying Cry now because all this damage is going to go away. My question is, do I play this first? I think the answer is yes, because I might get a weapon. I might get that weapon. Right. So do I just do this? No, because I want to save energy, because next round I'm going to get the bow. So we're just going to rally right now. Alright. So the unfortunate situation here is that I kind of miscalculated. So he is going to take some damage, but it's fine. Actually, I should have put the monkey in front. Yet again. That's something I'm still forgetting to do, is move the monkey around. But it's all good, right? So we're going to move the monkey in front here. He's going to just die, which is... I'm very happy to see that. He only takes 10 damage per hit, so I'm not sure why it says 25 here. We're going to put him on. And we are going to just shoot him with a shot. I am gonna rally because am I gonna rally? I don't think I'm gonna rally. It's a little slow still. It's taking a while to kind of get through this, but I still have my cloud mode, so it's fine. Alright, so the meteor is down there. Shuffle these guys around a little bit. And I think we are gonna have Rose take the debuff. Alright, so we have that in place. I'm gonna put this on the back right now. Unfortunately, this is not great. I can use this here because I'm not gonna, the other bow is not gonna happen.
Clever.
He's gonna die, so that's great. Alright. She's gonna heal that trait. So I'm pretty happy about that trait. It's a lot of impact already. And I am gonna use the wild card in this round if possible. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have Rose take the debuff for obvious reasons. So we want to kill him. We want damage. Ooh, jeez. Alright, so this is what we wanted. Okay. So I can activate this, and then I can rally, and it's going to easily kill everybody.
This pleases Bramble.
I mean, look at that. Look how much damage that is just for playing a single wild card. It's just awesome. Unfortunately, I have to use this card, which is somewhat unfortunate. And I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna rally here so he doesn't get attacked. Okay, and this is a lot of kind of unfortunate things happening in terms of the card draw there, but it's fine. I'm super buffed right now. A lot of armor and everything. Alright. So I can. Question is, who do I kind of cut through? And I think the answer is I go like this, right? So I can just kill this guy right now. So I'm gonna move her up because again she's able to heal. And I'm gonna do this. And then next round, it's a little bit of a non-bow. Maybe I go with that instead to just kill this dude. Yeah, I think that's better. And then next round the bow is there. The problem is I had two ranged weapons sitting there and she can't use both. So she plays her debuffs. I can't use faith cards. I mean, I can, but it's a little dangerous. So this is just kills. Yeah, this is like really strong. I could do this anyway. Doesn't really accomplish anything yet. This helps one. And you can see the deck and the synergy and things are kind of ramping up here. It took a while, but usually it actually feel a little bit better earlier on in the run. But it's okay. Alright, so we're gonna do this. That should just die. Yeah, he's dead now. So if I play this, he's just gonna die. Oh, nope, never mind. He's gonna die after acting. He does self-damage. It's just for fun.
Yeah, here's the good part. Somebody right up.
So we're rolling a little bit now. We're a little lower on money because we can't expect it.
Trickled sweets.
So this does basically just a ton of damage. It's 10, 16 damage as an aim shot. That being said, it's 2 energy. I don't need the heal. I don't need that. This is the only thing I'm kind of somewhat interested in. But I don't have any synergy with aim shot. Like there's a repeater bow that Varfa has, which rallies immediately if you use a shot in the same turn. I don't have that bow, so I'm just gonna skip.
Make him scream!
Alright. So this is good, but it's a temporary bonus, which I'm not a huge fan of. This is a permanent bonus, and it's attached to the monkey dying, which is happening basically every time. This is also nice, because healing is great, and I am healing a lot, but this is just going to ramp up damage significantly. Alright, so I can get some money and then do a card upgrade. And honestly, like, I'm interested in that, because I have a lot of, like this, I would like the Hunter's Rifle to be upgraded. And then barring that, I wouldn't mind getting like a yellow upgrade on these red cards so that Rose can use them instead, like especially the Goat Axe. Could be really nice to get an upgrade on. And I do need the
Wise decision.
low.
Bramble Town's got something for everyone.
Yeah, let's see what we got upgrade wise. So there's no yellow upgrades. This gives a Thorns and heal, but it has to be played on actually it could go on Rose, so this is worth considering. This can trigger twice with an increased cost. I don't think I really care about this. It's like, this one, I have a card that sharpens. Oh no, that's right. It's this card already has it, I guess, so it doesn't let me get it again. Or maybe there's only 2 upgrades per card. I'm not really sure. This is kind of nice because I can put it on here and it'll basically make Rose invulnerable. And I have the money. Let's take a look at the shop first, though. Alright, so this is, I don't like this stuff. Don't like this stuff. Don't like this. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, but this is a good card. It cancels an opponent's action for 1 energy, and it purges, so it's not like clogging your deck up. So I think I'm gonna get this. It can, you can use this kind of opportunistically to cancel like a really nasty attack or a really nasty debuff turn from the enemy. Even the final boss, like he does some nasty things, and you can just cancel it. So I'm gonna buy that.
That makes me
And I'm
happy.
gonna get this upgrade to kind of go ham on this thing.
Leveled and beveled.
Make Rose like a powerhouse. I'm not happy. I was really hoping for a yellow upgrade, to be honest, but I think I have enough max health. Yes.
The crowd trembles.
I guess I could have
in
considered copying a
anticipation.
card, but again, I'm not really sure there's a card that I really love that much. Sometimes you have a card that's just heavily upgraded and it just feels great. Alright, so this guy's gonna die, which is perfect. So the unfortunate thing, though, is I'm not sure. I think I can do this. I think I'm gonna actually put this on just to start kind of getting the regen going and getting that going. And I do want to save the energy just in case. Like I could play this, but it doesn't actually do anything. Rose is taking a lot of damage though. Holy cow. I can also... Oh, I can't play this on him. So the interesting thing is if I put this on Rose, like this, put this on him, I can actually rally them for free, which has some kind of nice things. Perhaps, I guess that's really not all that incredible. Yeah. think I wanted the energy to be saved. So I'm just gonna do this. I can even start just working on this guy. Yeah, because this guy's really nasty. Like, these guys are sort of less nasty on the bottom.
I see.
This is gonna give me pack mentality and party on at the same time. Which is a lot of damage now. So we're gonna go here. The only thing is, yeah, so he has 20 hit points currently. Yeah. So if I do this, this is 18 damage. So what I'm trying to do is just kill this guy before he acts. And I think I can do that just by doing this.
Bones go snap.
Definitely messed that up. Alright, so we're gonna go here. And so this is doable. Ooh, 34 damage, that's actually more than I thought it was. I'm gonna do this to that guy. Can I use this on her? No, it's not enough damage. So unfortunately I'm taking quite a bit of damage here. I think I'm gonna cancel this guy's action just to save me 8 health. Now he goes down to 6, so that's not great, but you know, it kind of is what it is. I could yeah, this is fine. Look at the damage. It's like phenomenal damage. He just dies from self-harm. I'm gonna move Rose down there because she can heal the freeze part, and then I can just kill everybody like this. I'm considering just playing this out, just to like kind of, yeah, let's just do that. He dies from the thorns. That's actually not ideal, but it's fine. Everybody just dies, so let's go with that. And I have some healing coming out. Alright, so we got the Ghost King. Again, like, we saved the Inventor here, and that was a huge mistake. I forgot that the Ghost King doesn't actually have any allies with him. But it's fine. I'm gonna put Rose in because I want her to get the negative effect. And I'm gonna do that because that actually clears the negative effect immediately. I don't want somebody to get ejected, unfortunately. And I actually don't want the rally happy. So it's sort of a lame turn. But it's fine. So she gets decay, but then immediately clears in one healing there. So that feat actually has been even better than I anticipated. It's been like really strong. And I'm gonna play this and this. And this is gonna just activate like tons. Look at all the activation here, just because of this. I could even force the activation right now, but I don't see a reason to. Now everybody has to get a heal. Like this. I'm really happy about that. I was doubting this go axe, but honestly, it's aptly named. Alright, so, oh look, see, obviously I don't have enough experience with the game yet. I forgot that the Ghost King splits, so I am going to be able to use the Big Bang Theory. So I'm just going to clear out some of these things. Okay, this is great. So we can do this, and we can have her use that healing.
It's beautiful.
Unfortunately, I don't see a way to meaningfully affect this. There is going to be some damage coming in, so I'm going to put it on him instead. And then I'm going to save 1 energy so that I can rally next turn, and that'll win the fight because it's going to cascade. Or at least I think it's going to win the fight. Right, so do this. Yeah, this is definitely going to cascade. So we're going to play this wild card. Equip this, and yeah, for sure, it's just everything just dies. Look at this, how much damage. Like, this wild card is just super strong.
Don't forget your commemorative toilet seat. You can only pick one.
I could take another Gluttony. Like, these I don't like. This gives max HP to everybody. And honestly, it lets me rally Rose. It's hard to argue with this. It does clog the deck a little bit, but 2 max HP could be good. That being said, I don't have any of these feats or whatever they're called that interact with rallying. And I already have one of these, and the deck is getting a little thick. So I'm just gonna skip this. Alright.
More.
So, of course, I get rallying and this rally feat. It's probably worth taking, right? Because I do rally Rose fairly often. I also have a card that manually rallies, and then this just heals people every time, which is just super strong. This is also phenomenal, by the way. Ending turn 4 times with 1 spell energy. That being said, once again, like, I haven't really leaned into this too much, and in fact, like, this card is not even that great anymore because I have it's better than 100 Circle, but it's not my only single target damage card. So I think I'm gonna go for this. It does clog up my feats a little bit, right? That's something to consider, right? If I look at this, I already have 5 feats, and if I don't get both pack mentality and party on in the same kind of opening hand, it's actually a non-bow because only one will activate when Orhu dies. So that's a bit of a bummer. Like, I already kind of went ham on feats here and maybe went too far. That being said, restoring 4 energy to everybody upon rally can kind of save your bacon. We've seen it happen, and this is hard to activate. Like, it happens towards the end of the fight, right? This also potentially happens a little bit later in the fight, so I'm kind of not sure. And I do heal a lot automatically just from Faith's ability, and I have at least 1 card that heals. And I've got Leap of Faith as well, which puts regen on people. I don't know. I think maybe this is a bait, so I'm gonna skip it. Alright, so I'm going into among the last fights. I don't think I care about removal. Actually, the quick shot removal would be nice. So, and then getting a card upgrade. Yeah, I'm gonna just remove quick shot. So honestly, I'm not very happy with this choice.
Don't spend it all in one place.
So we're gonna remove quick shot. I should have probably looked at what else is going on first. Alright, upgrades. So once again, I didn't get any yellow upgrades, which is honestly pretty frustrating. This gives just flat damage, which could be applied to the short bow. This could just make the longsword better. This would allow the short bow to be used by Tappa. Also, it would allow the Hunter's Rifle to be used by Tappa. It would allow the Holy Mace to be used by Tappa, which is perhaps even better. I think it kind of somewhat comes in handy, somewhat not. This could be good, right? Like, I can use this on this. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. For the upgrades this substantially. Before I do another upgrade, let's see what I'm looking at in the shop. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, none of these are useful. So we are going to go for an upgrade. Like, I don't want this one, because it's like kind of minimal in terms of amount of damage upgrade, but this is a good upgrade, and I can use it in case like there's a non-bow situation where I pull both of these in the same hand. These are now actually very similar. Very, very similar. This one's actually a little better. So I'm going to upgrade this guy, just so I can use it
Really
even more.
superior.
I have now 60 caps left. And that's maybe good enough. And actually, I should have, I thought I was in the second to last fight, so I should have spent the 50 caps, obviously, on the other upgrade. Just because it would have been, you know, it's wasted now, right? So anyway, this is the final fight.
The Lich is back,
and,
as a matter of fact.
I did fall victim to the lack of the two, you know, people falling in battle thing, but that's my own fault. That's kind of how I built the deck, and it is what it is. So we're going to put this here. We are going to so I think we're going to do it like this so that she can use that and he can do some damage, and then we'll save the rest for next round. I'm going to get rid of this guy. You know, this guy's really annoying because he debuffs your abilities and makes them cost some extra energy. So he's gone now. Alright, so we want the monkey to die. We want her to take a debuff because she's going to heal out of it. And in fact, I'm going to put the heal on her right now so that he takes the wounds damage, although it doesn't really affect him. But we're going to put this on him. Ooh, that's wasted, because he only takes 10 damage at a time. So we'll just kill this guy. We will do that. And then we're going to do this. So it's actually a really good turn. It's going to do a lot of damage to everybody. Basically clear the guy.
Take every advantage.
So we're actually going to get 3 feats completely on the same turn, which is nice. Maybe a little earlier because I'm not all that damaged. But it is what it is. Like, I got a lot of stuff. Oh, and in fact, I didn't realize that it could happen. So I got both of these feats because the other feat came in mid-turn. That's great. So, you know, this guy is just needs to be killed real quick. And I can do that with the Uranium ability, which I'm just going to do right now. I'm going to let him sit around. And the rest of this, I am actually going to suspend this just to get it out. Actually, I should have spent the other. I should have spent this one. Rip. Anyway, it's fine. And then the rest, I'm just gonna retain energy here for next turn.
For the ages.
So I'm gonna be looking to probably use my Big Bang Theory in this round, in this phase, just because this is a really nasty phase. It's honestly like scary. So we're gonna start working. I'm gonna put this on there. And this is great. So we can do this to kill off probably this guy, because he's a little scarier. And we can't have her trigger. Like, nothing can happen really right now. But I could stop. You know, like, I don't care about the debuffs, but I do care about 8 damage. That being said, like, this is such an effective thing in the next round. I'm kind of wondering if I should save it to stop to use on the Uber Lich, but it's like I'm so far away from that happening. So anyway, I'm going to use this now. I actually almost forgot to use it. You can see that it's not necessary to use this, to use the distract.
Ferocious, fearless, funky.
Alright, so it thinks I'm dying for some reason. Don't know why that's the case. Obviously it wasn't a real thing. So I'm in the final wave here, and I just have to kill this guy to win.
The
Right?
Lich is back, as a matter of fact.
So I've got some good things going on. Right, so like he is going to absolutely go ham here. And that is a perfect opportunity to... So first I need to kill this guy so that doesn't cost 2. So we're going to do that. Kill this guy. Alright, so now I can cancel this dude's actions. Which is nice. And then we need to do some damage here, so we're just going to kill this guy. I don't think I can kill him with like a regular weapon. So then we clear out basically all the, the Witch's allies, and we just have to work on the Witch himself. Pretty tough, he has a lot of HP, and I didn't get anything that, there's nothing like dramatic that I have in terms of damage. I mean, I do have some good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like phenomenal. So I'm just going to do this just to get out of my deck. Alright, so I can't really do anything this turn because of the wild card. Luckily, he's not really doing anything either. I mean, he summons a skeleton, which is not great, but it's like not the end of the world. So we're going to do this to kill him. Ooh, it's actually kind of a bummer. So I can do this just to get it out of my hand. Do this on him. Like, look how much damage we're doing. And then I can play this for free.
My supplicant.
Okay, and then I can actually play this again, which is awesome. So this does another 52 damage. Right now I'm feeling pretty confident. Okay, we're finishing this point. I'm doing a job, but he's good enough. We are going to put this on her, just so I can kind of get this kind of rallying thing going. He hasn't done his little like duel thing where he kicks people out yet. That's fine. I'm going to save this for next turn, and therefore save everything else for next turn as well. Meteor hasn't like moved. Alright, I was going to say. So anyway, we're going to put this on him. We're going to put this on him. We're going to put this on her. And then Uber, which is basically dead now. Uber Lich is toast. We win right now. And that's that.
Unbelievable gallantry. Shows us love.
So I hope that was helpful. You saw that in the early game we actually had a really rough start. So this was on Uranium, and I would say that the first 2 fights we went in with very minimal in terms of upgrades, in terms of spending our money. We did a couple things, like we removed a card, we got a little max HP, but there was really nothing that exciting in the first couple rounds, first couple fights. And it wasn't really until the mid game that we started ramping up, and we were still able to kind of like survive and make it through. It did get dicey, and I forget which fight it was, the first or second. We had, we lost one of our fighters, and everybody was low HP at the very end, but we kind of got there. And that was with what I would consider to be very bad luck in the beginning of the game. You can also see that we ended with a pretty lean deck, right? It's not that much bigger. It may actually be the same size as the original deck. I'm not sure how many you start with, but we did a good job of removing cards. We had that opportunity in a lot of different shops. It just worked out that way. I don't always remove this many cards, but it worked out that way. And we were able to get rid of kind of the direct cards and focus on stuff that had a lot of synergy. I think the biggest surprise for me was how good Godax was. I mean, I understood at the time that it was going to be pretty good, but for 90 caps, I was not sure that the value was there. But I think honestly, this was the Godax. I think this did a huge amount of damage during the run and helped quite a bit. Also, this Hunter's Rifle did come in handy towards the end. And you know, the flash heal with upgrades was nice, especially synergized with her feat to clear debuffs. So all in all, pretty good run, I thought. Let me know what you think if you have any questions or suggestions. Also, this was my first video, so I'm sure I'm sure there was a lot to be improved on. But you know, thanks. Hope you enjoyed.